Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna do the new 52 from no, the other way around. It's O.M.A.C, issue number 2 from the new 52. By Dan DIDIO, Keith Giffen, Scott KOBLISH. We're gonna dive right in. So it seems that the big bad guy of this comic, I presume, is Brother I, and Brother I is explaining to Kevin Kho. He's the assistant biotech manager at KOBLISH Industries, but O.M.A.C, one-man machine attack construct, that's who he is now. The perfect blending of biology and technology. You have been infected with a virus that can transform your body into an unstoppable weapon. Answerably only to Brother I. We are now one, and you are mine to do whatever I want, whenever I want. So he explains that it explains that to Kevin, and he says, we need to be in close proximity. And he says, no, screw that. You're screwing with my life. I'm out of here. And I'm going to take charge of my own life. And then we also go back a little bit, to Project KOBLISH, where Checkmate, who is some kind of an, covered world enforcement agency, is, investigating what happened in Project KOBLISH, right? But Project KOBLISH, or the inhabitants, way below, are not very cooperative, right? And then we see, I don't know, is this Mount Rushmore? I'm not familiar with landmarks, so I believe that's it. Probably I'm totally wrong. So correct me in the comments below if that's the case. So this is the leader, I believe, now for not Project KOBLISH, but Checkmate. He's now named Sarge Steel, right? And he's battling some droids here. Not sure what his involvement in here is, but except that he is, the big dog here, right? Coming back to it a little bit later. But look at this art, man. I'm so in awe of this art. It looks so cool. Its funding is a mystery. Its allegiance unclear, and its leadership in question. Yet Checkmate remains as the premier global peace agency, working with all of the world's governments, but answering to no one. That's pretty cool. So he says, KOBLISH is still a part of Checkmate, and if some creature takes one of us, they take on all of us. Time to call reinforcements. I miss this. I really miss this grand, over-the-top design and art, especially when Jack Kirby did this, it always speaks to the imagination. And that's what I'm missing with comics nowadays. Stuff like this, you open up a page and you say, whoa, what the hell is this? I want to know more. That's the whole thing. I want to know more. I'm invested, right? So Kevin is here in this particular town. And he says, I need to go back to work, but I have to know where I am now. So then Brother I says, hey, I found you. And he says, you are now in Texas, right? And so Kevin says, how did you find me? Kevin, do you really think you would get rid of me this easily? I am connected to every machine in every form of communication. Basically, you cannot escape my sight. So, but Kevin is not feeling well. So Brother I says that his blood sugars are pretty low, very dangerous. So go. There's a diner here. You need something to eat, right? So he's sitting there and he's ordering a cup of coffee. And then, but he's still feeling bad. So then Brother I says, drink, you feel even better. Because, there's a phone lying next to him. And he says, just leave me alone, right? But then at Wayne Police, what is it with the resolution? Maybe I need to get another, tablet? This is not real. Okay. But they're getting a most wanted called a Bolo alert. I'm not sure what a Bolo is, but, maybe I have to Google that. And so I thought, okay, Brother I has contacted the police, picking him up, throwing him in jail or something like that, or what the story is. But maybe not. So this woman says, what do you mean you can't pay? It's not that I can pay. It's just that I can find my wallet. That made me laugh. I said that is someone that I'm gonna use on if I go on a date with a girl that says, "Hey, I can find my wallet, but I can't pay." That's funny. Says, "Hey, Rocky, you got a room back there for another dishwasher?" "Well, I haven't washed the dish over a week." Send him on it back. And so then the police comes and he says, "Hey, we got a situation with the hired help." And oh no. Hired help? What's he talking about? "It means they finally found me." "Rocker, what's going on?" "I'm sorry, Susie. Looks like my past caught up to me." So I thought to myself, okay, who is this guy? Is this a new character or not? And he doesn't look familiar to me. So it seems that time to make a break for the future. "What are you doing, Cletus? I ain't got no problem with you." "Stay back, Rocker. You were wanted man and under arrest." "You're not arresting anyone today, Sheriff. And you can tell the agency if they want their amazing man back, they shouldn't send in the Little League." Wait, amazing man? Now, luckily, I have to look that up. So, who is Amazing Man? Well, this is Amazing Man. He was part of this All-Star Squadron back in the day. I haven't got all through this book, so I'm pretty unfamiliar with his character and what he can do. I've seen him here and there in comics, but I know very little about this character. I only know that he has, I don't know, somewhat of a absorbing man powers, from Marvel. Anyway, so Kevin says, "Hey, oh man, I thought I was the only monster here. What am I supposed to do now?" He says, "Activate." So yeah, Amazing Man is, try to hurt this guy, and then O.M.A.C comes in. And he says, "I don't know what you are, but you're making a big mistake. I am O.M.A.C. And basically, Kevin here his personality is subdued. So O.M.A.C is nothing more like a raging machine, right? And he said, "Whatever you are, you're in my way." So yeah, Brother I is explaining to the reader and also to O.M.A.C that his power is, basically like absorbing man. He can take on the properties of everything he touches, making him more, grow in size, grow in mass, and also taking on the properties of that what he is touching, right? So he's doing some kind of an energy search, I guess, right? But he can also discharge energy. And he says, "Guess that's what makes me amazing." "Hurt me," he says O.M.A.C. "Hurt you. Try, big boy. I can take whatever you're giving." I like that. I like this really explosive kind of art style and action scenes like you are doing here, like with all these Kirby blots and all that stuff. It looks really cool. I also like the colors that I've mentioned in the first review. And O.M.A.C tries to warn him and said, "Hey, don't do it. It's exactly what Amazing Man is feeding on." But O.M.A.C is doing it anyway. And he says, "This is far from over," says Brother I. And he says, "Over." So basically he's repeating what Brother I is telling him. But, Absorbing Man, Amazing Man doesn't know that. And he says, "Over, not even close, blue boy. This is just getting started. I've taken and absorbed everything you've thrown at me. More than enough to deal with you. All I want to be left was alone. By Katniss checkmate everyone," right? "I didn't ask for these powers. They were forced on me. But if Katniss thinks I'm their property, they can kiss my giant concrete ass." And he says, Brother I says, "Defend yourself, O.M.A.C. And he says, "Defend!" And that is exactly what he's doing. So he's ripping off his arm. And Amazing Man wants to teach this guy a lesson. But then he needs to regrow his arm. But then Brother I says that although he is just, not living tissue here, his ocular sight and his facial stuff is still working, so you need to blind him, and that is exactly what he's doing. So he's ripping off his face, which looks amazing, no pun intended. So like I said, really like the art, and then well done. You continue to exceed all of my expectations. You are truly the perfect weapon. But then so it seems Amazing Man has reformed himself into, I don't know, wind particles or all that stuff, and he's using his powers to make a tornado and try to take out O.M.A.C, right? And he says, "I never be controlled again. Never. So go away or go to hell. Makes no difference to me. Should have done this from the start. Fight fire with fire. I can feel your energy coursing through my veins. I can use power like yours. With use being the operative word. Wait, something's wrong. So yeah, he made a mistake since, I don't know, brother I is controlling O.M.A.C, therefore also controlling Amazing Man. And that was deliberate because it seems that brother I was hunting for this guy for future projects or future operatives or future stuff, right? He's a valuable tool. So he's being teleported away. Brother I opens up or discharging the energy of O.M.A.C. So O.M.A.C is disappearing and the whole town is in rubble. And then we see Kevin taking on the he's going on in the bus and he got a ticket from brother I, and he says, it feels like I'm being led around. Only one way to find out. You there? Yeah. What is it you want? There's a lot of things I want, but right now, I want to go home. Of course, after one small detour. So this particular part reminds me a lot of the Incredible Hulk. And I mean, the TV series, when Bruce, or basically David Banner, is, going from one place to another, being, having no home, no money, just surviving, right? Just a loner. And that reminds me a little bit of this, although it's not quite the same, but, that particular scene reminds me of that old TV series. And I never forget that theme song. It's just haunting it's haunting till this day, in my opinion. Anyway, but we are not done yet. So it seems that Project Cat must get some lectures from a guy that smokes a cigarette. He says, hey, we got everything under control. It doesn't appear that way to me. The Cadmus mainframe has been compromised, and existence of the sub-basement labs will almost revealed to the public. We are working on extracting the O.M.A.C virus from the mainframe as we speak, and none of the above ground staff suspects what's happening on the lower levels. So then we see what's happening on the lower levels. People are questioning, hey, where is this lift going? There's something wrong here, right? And then this strange man says, checkmate can never be revealed as Cadmus benefactor solve this. All right. You can tell a lot about a man by the way he plays chess. And it's none other than Maxwell Lord. So yeah, Maxwell Lord, who is he? He worked with the Justice League Europe. He is a villain and a good guy, and portrayed back in the day, until it's revealed that he has been controlling a lot of people, including superheroes. He's been responsible for killing Blue Beetle. He's also being killed by Wonder Woman in the main universe, right? Is this after this or was this before this? I can't remember. Anyway, but since this is a different universe because of the new 52, he has a new role. But I'll also, this looks cool, man. So he's basically telepathic or has mental powers, right? And he says, brother I, long time no see. I was wondering when you showed up. Thought we would have stayed in touch. You imprisoned me once, Max, and I am here to ensure that does not happen again. So, bad guys and bad guys. I'm wondering what's happening in issue number 3. So, yeah, I like this. I like the excitement, the adventure. What do you call it? It looks great. Colors are nice. Yeah, we're going to continue this guy. Let me know what you think about this. See you next time. Bye-bye.